Hello to my Pisces. This is Queen Amora coming to you with your general reading, Pisces. All right, let's get into it. All right, Pisces. We have a this reading is going to be for the 24th through the 31st of October. So we're still in the new moon phase. Coming up on first quarter moon phase, which is on the 29th. 2 and 9 is 11. So on the 24th, the moon will be in Sagittarius. On the 31st, the moon will be in your sign in Pisces, right? So you all rule 12th house, right? So some things you'll be walking away from. The moon in Pisces could affect your feet, your toes, pineal gland, like your eyes are opening, third eye opening to something. It affects your third eye. It could affect your third eye, like what you didn't know before you could know right now, right? Could be affecting something, like be putting an end to something. So find out what your somebody could be bringing you some information, telling you something, or you could be telling them something. Jupiter also affects Jupiter affects the day of the week, Thursday, also the color purple. Jupiter is a planet of growth and opportunity. It's one of your ruling planets, but it's also Sagittarius' ruling planet. And when you watch this video on Friday, the moon will be in Sagittarius, right? So Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, blessings, enthusiasm, zest for life, confidence, hubris, adventure, ethics, morals, abundance, opportunities, possibilities, all of those wonderful things. So think high vibrational. Think good luck. Those things, right? Right. So today is a gift. Today is a gift. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. So think good luck. Right? Yeah, so wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, think good luck. Right? Wherever it is in your birth chart. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. I'm looking at that Empress card at the bottom. So somebody's abundance and prosperity is growing. I love it. What's the current situation, source? What is the current situation? This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, go to queenamunra.com. I feel like somebody is free of a ruthless couple. Your abundance and prosperity is growing, but I feel like somebody is ruthless of free of a ruthless couple, successfully free of a ruthless couple. Something has come to an end. Yeah, somebody was saying that you were talking about them behind your back, and I see expansion here, right? Because somebody just was not able to see something from a higher frequency. This is the current situation here. Somebody just was not able to see something from a higher frequency. So by the end of this month, by the end of October, I feel like something is going to free up for you. I feel like somebody was hunting you down. Like, some people were saying you were talking about them behind their back, or, like really trying to put the fire up under you, trying to overwhelm you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I'm just like, y'all know on my channel, I talk about this a lot. So I always talk about how so many people all around the world have so much in common. It's really not even funny. You can just to test it out, look at anything on social media, literally anything. Just pick a complete stranger. And I guarantee you'll find something you have in common with them, something that you're familiar with, because we're human beings, literally something. I don't care if they speak a different language, different skin color, culture, whatever. Even if you have to translate a language, I'm telling you, anything on this card. So I'm seeing something from a higher frequency, from an elevated frequency here, right? This 3 right here the number 3 connects us with inspired, some kind of inspired action, right? But there's a light and dark side of 3, the number 3 in numerology. So 3 is in some kind of, you looked at number 3 when you turn it to the side, it looks like lips, right? So somebody could be saying somebody's talking to you or about you, right? So somebody could have been talking to you or be talking about you. Right? So something traveling across a body of water, right? But the fire, this is Wands energy, right? Something in terms of 3 weeks, right? So source is saying to you, you could be like 3 weeks ago or in 3 weeks, right? So something could be coming up in 3 weeks, or something could be 3 weeks ago, right? Depending on the perspective and how you look at something, right? But Source is trying to tell you that today, remember, the only thing that matters in terms of time is the moment, like whatever the moment is, right? So somebody talking about something about the past is already gone. And so if somebody's reliving the past, and somebody's like, well, you said something such and such and such and such, you're like, you don't even remember what people are talking about, right? So many people have stuff in common, right? So somebody could be trying to bully you about something in the past, or something, coming up. You said such and such is going to happen in 3 weeks, and trying to cause you some kind of anxiety about something. You lied, and you such and such and such and such, whatever, right? Depth of emotions about something, right? Source is trying to tell you that certain energies will try to create stuff just to create some kind of issue or problem, the depth of something. So today is a gift. Today is a gift for you, because looking at your cards is letting you know, who is connected. Remember, water is created. It lets you know who's connected, right? It really lets you know who's connected, right? So today is a gift. Today really, really is a gift. So something could have happened on a Thursday. So if you're watching this video, we're talking about Sagittarius and Pisces, right? Both being ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the day of the week that affects Jupiter is Thursday. So if you're watching this, if something could have happened on a Thursday, right? So Thursday could be of significance, right? Could be of significance, right? Challenge here, 9 of Pentacles. Something could have happened on a Thursday. Challenge could have been with a Capricorn, right? Or Capricorn, or somebody could have said something, a Capricorn, or an earth sign, right? That's the challenge there. So what crosses you, the challenge, a problem if you're facing any obstacles and stand in your way, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, right? Somebody could have put an end to something, or try to put an end to something from somebody across a body of water. Somebody could, when you see these sailboats here, that would be like a finer life, like like somebody could have, wherever you live, across a body of water, like put it that way. Okay. So a challenge here, or obstacles that could be standing you, is something for 9 years, right? Something possibly for 9 years. Something could be like 3 weeks away, and something like 9 years. It may have been going on for maybe like 9 years. What about the distant past? What about the distant past? So when you say today is a gift, something could be 3 weeks away from whenever you watch this video. Something could be 3 weeks away, but something could have been going on for 9 years and you not even know about it. Something could have been going on behind your back for 9 years. So something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Your psychic gifts about something were right. Your gifts around something was right. Yeah, the distant past. Yeah, something is coming to an end. What about the recent past? What about the recent past, Source? Yeah. You'll be pouring into yourself like never before. You'll be pouring into yourself like never before. Something is definitely coming to an end. It's like something was going on behind your back, but literally across a body of water for a long time. Now, across a body of water could mean a lot of things, right? Could have been a lot of things. If something had been going on for 9 years. And so within about 10 days, like about 2 weeks, something could, and you see these people's backs are turned, right? So you're saying bye to something, like in about 10 days. You and somebody are saying bye to something in about 10 days. And so now you can get a chance to pour into yourself a little bit more. Here we have 9 wands. You're not returning to something you're not returning to. 9 and 3 is 12, right? Someone is saying goodbye to something for good, and they're not returning back to it. Somebody is not returning back to something for good. Something has ended, right? And this is your strength here, because something was very confusing for you. Very, very confusing for you. Even talking about something was just very confusing for you. Just like you just didn't understand something. You're trying to see something from a higher frequency in the spiritual realm. You were trying to understand something, even talking about something like why something was. Trying to see something from a higher frequency. And you know, even when I'm explaining in even readings and just having warm conversations with people, like sitting around having a fireside chat, some things are so secretive. Like people don't want you to know certain things about whatever. You know, if that's secret, and you don't want to be a part of something anyway. So here we have near future. Yeah, near future for Pisces. What is the near future? Yeah, so you and someone are saying goodbye to something. You and somebody are saying goodbye to something. Yeah, 7 of Cups here. Yeah, the scales from your eyes have been removed. Yeah. Scales from your eyes have been removed. I'm seeing a lot of things here. I feel like whoever the other person is, because I feel like this is you standing on the banks of something. Like you're at a high frequency here, talking. You know, like it's like a person who is like speaking something into existence, right? So it's just like you speaking into the wind, like you're talking to source, talking to your higher self, or talking to self, right? About like praying for financial independence. It's like, I wish I could, you know, be financially independent. You know, like a person's like wishing on, like, I wish I could be financially independent. I would just, you know, leave such and such behind. I would, and, you know, basically like, okay, like you would take you and your kids and y'all would just say bye-bye to, you know, whatever, right? This person right here. You and your family, y'all would just say goodbye. Just like somebody could have 2 little kids or something like this. You and somebody, y'all could have 2 little kids. Or it could be you and your grandkids or whoever it is. Like, but somebody would just say goodbye to something, right? But this person is by themselves, right? This person here is, maybe you're saying you wish you could meet someone. Maybe you wish you could meet someone. Maybe you said you wish you could meet, excuse me, you could belong to a circle of friends. And in this circle of friends, you met someone in your circle of friends. Maybe they have kids or whatever. Maybe they have 2 kids. Maybe this is just you by yourself. Or maybe you wish you could meet somebody with some kids or whatever. Maybe you met someone and then together you all would raise a family or whatever. And you just said, okay, you all are not going back to something could have ended. You said you're not going back to something, whatever, but you're keeping your vibrations high, whatever this is. You're keeping your vibrations high, and because the scales from your eyes have been removed about something, and something was just very challenging, something was very confusing for you. It just wasn't a whole lot of growth with something. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles here. Yeah. So yeah, today is a gift. So whenever you see 10, okay, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles here, this is really like you switching tables. Like you switching tables, almost like, okay, you went from single to double digit, right? So this is where you say, okay, you went from being financially independent, so you're with your person now, right? So the 10 of Cups is almost like, okay, you went from 9 of Cups. You went from, okay, well, you have a lot of your wishes fulfilled by yourself, that's single, right? And now you're with your person, right? So this person, this 3 right here, 3 of Wands, is saying, okay, I'm standing at a higher frequency, I'm at elevation, and I'm wishing on something, right? So clearly you're financially independent, right? So you jump timelines here, right? So somebody wished, this is 10 cups here, right? You spoke something into existence. So financial independence, you got this right here. So your wishes are being, something is happening quick, right? So you wish, okay, you met your person, you may have a family here, you're able to really pour, like living a softer life. You're able to pour into yourself, and then you don't have to go back to doing something, right? So something is happening for you fast. And so Source is saying, there are going to be some people who are going to ask why. You know, like why? They're going to think that you're a snake. They're going to think that you're that you got away with something, whatever the case, people thinking. Who knows what people thinking? I mean, they're going to think whatever. But you literally spoke something into existence, something you prayed about. You spoke something into existence. Has a 10 of Pentacles here. And so you went from, you prayed for this family, you prayed for a softer life. This right here is a softer life, and this is a softer life. But it took some kind of action. And this is the divine masculine energy, right? You received a download. Somebody was obedient. This is where mutable energy happens. That the fact that you went along with Source's flow. This is the mutable energy, right? Right? This is in luck. Even though Jupiter is the planet of good luck and good fortune, this is where you said, okay, I'm just going to go along with Source's flow. I'm not going to give any pushback. I'm not going to sit here and overthink this. This is where you say, I'm going to go along with Source's flow. Yep. Even if people thought you were being prideful about something. Even if people thought you were being bold, you're going to just speak something into existence. You just going, hey, you going for it. You ain't going back. You spoke something into existence. Right? You're just going for it, right? And there it is. So, external and environmental influences. Yep. So yeah, it's causing a tower moment. It's causing the upheaval. Some people, they don't know what to think. They're like, what the heck? What the hecky? But no, seriously, it's causing a tower moment here, and you're in a very vulnerable space here because people don't really know what to think. But see, this is what happens when people are talking about people behind their back. They don't know. People are all over the place. One minute they talking about you, they talking to you, then they talking about you behind your back, and they thinking this, and they assuming stuff, and people calling people snakes. Bottom line is, when you're looking at the 7 of Cups, that lets me know that somebody was not nurtured in whatever environment that you're in. Water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. Whatever environment you were in, you did not feel nurtured. That means you could have meant you were in a job that you didn't feel nurtured in. You could have been around friendships you didn't feel nurtured in. Something you just did not feel nurtured in that space. And then boom, Source puts you in an environment. You could really like the people you're around. I mean, you could just really flow in that environment. All of a sudden, you like the people, you like the leadership, you like the geographical neighborhood you in. I mean, like you get along with everybody. Your whole mood changes. It's like, oh my God, like where these people? It's like you literally pray to be around those people. People don't even, and the people from your past, they like, I never met this happy person. This person is happy. They're good, because it's a whole different vibration. It's a whole different frequency, that's what I'm saying. Today is a gift. They feel like for you, your gift. You feel like for them, their gift. You're like, oh my God, you found your people. They found you. You found them. It was a prayer. You prayed for them. They prayed for you. Perfect match. That's a divine connection. That is what it did, because it was divinely orchestrated by a source. They prayed that somebody could come across as somebody who is very compassionate. You prayed for some people who would be compassionate towards you. It's literally like you found your mate in that circle. You found your friends in that circle. Bam. Okay, there's a time you're in a very vulnerable space. Look, all you had to do was keep your vibrations high. That's it. And that vulnerability actually was your strength. You were able to laugh in that circle. You were able to cry in that circle. You were able to be your full, authentic self in that circle. Okay, so we had to add a little bit more time to your video here. So that's the external environment here, is the Tower card. This is the external environment here. Somebody's family member their back is against the wall. Somebody has a family member whose back is against the wall. They feel like they poured out a whole lot already. They almost feel like they're tapped out. They feel like emotionally they just feel tapped out. They have because I'm seeing, let me see. We have a lot of depth of water here. So they've talked about a lot of things. They've said a lot of things. They've said a lot of whoever you are. They've said a lot of things about you behind your back, whoever you are. And your confidence is actually I'm seeing this fire here. Your confidence has put an end to a lot of things that really just spoke to them being smoke and mirrors, whoever they are. Your confidence, your compassion, your confidence has put an end to a lot of things. And the fact that you basically spoke into existence, I want to say it's somebody's faith. You spoke into some existence, you raised your frequency, you spoke into existence some things that you wanted, and just confidence, not being low vibrational, just the scales from your eyes have been removed. And somebody was basically saying, oh, you smoke and mirrors, basically you lying about how you became financially independent. They basically talked about you and whoever, I don't know. But I'm seeing everything you spoke into existence. Here it is, right here. Right here, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So even if you're single and you don't have any little kids, you could be meeting somebody with little kids, right? Or y'all could have a blended family or something like that. Or somebody could have said, you could have met somebody and you thought, okay, maybe this was going to happen. You and somebody with 2 little kids or something like that. And then maybe that came to an end, right? Maybe here you are financially independent. Maybe you met somebody, you thought, okay, maybe this was going to work out. That came to an end. Maybe you thought that was a divine connection. You said goodbye to that. That wasn't it, right? And maybe you thought, okay, this person was compassionate. Maybe that didn't work out. You said, okay, you ain't going back to that, right? You kept your vibrations high, right? You said, okay, maybe this is it. Here is a Ten of Pentacles here. Then you had a total remembrance of something, right? You see this elder here on the cards. You see also these 2 dogs here too. You see these 2 dogs. You see gray, a variation of gray, right? Dark gray, light gray here. You're starting to remember something too. Something like in terms of your heritage as well, right? Just kind of sort of like where you're from, and just like you're kind of sort of remembering something, and just like in terms of just like how things are going to be, and something about this rainbow here, and just kind of sort of like the rainbow symbolizes just kind of sort of harmony, and it symbolizes harmony. That's what a rainbow symbolizes. Peace and harmony and those kind of things blended together, and those kind of things. So you're kind of sort of remembering some things. So somebody's having a total recall of some things, and this is where your Tower card is coming in. And so let's see what the hopes and fears are here, right? So here we go. Here we have the hopes and fears for you. Here you're hoping on like finding a partnership in business and or in love. So you're keeping your vibrations high. So as we're traveling through all of this, you're speaking some things into existence. So it's like, okay, this thing has come. So your wishes are being fulfilled. So somebody has prayed for a social circle, and you prayed for a family. Like You want to meet your person because you're starting out financially independent. You want to meet your circle of friends, divine connection of people, and you want to meet your family situation here. And maybe even a child or two, I guess, for somebody, right? You might even want dogs. You could be a dog parent. You could like pets, right? So, but it's something for certain you're not returning to. Something for sure you're not returning to. So, and I'm seeing a partnership in business and or in love. So let's see what the outcome is for you. Let's see what the outcome is for you. Because I see you as being a person who is whole and complete. I love this. Because the Tower card is a total remembrance of some things. And so a lot of things are just coming back to your memory. But one of the things I'm seeing for you, and I love this, is the fact that you're not rushing. That's what I really, really love. Because a lot of times when people are rushing, it's because they're scared. They're gonna and it's those steps that you skip. When you're scared, you're nervous, you're anxious, like, okay, I'm running out of money, or I'm running out of time, and I'm not gonna find somebody, or I'm running out of this, or I'm running out of that, or where are the good men, where are the good women, what exactly is a twin flame? Somebody is really operating in faith. In this vulnerability here, here's the Tower here. The outcome here. Yeah. Yep. You're rising above the judgment. That's the outcome. You're rising above judgment. I love this. You're breaking some generational cycle, chain, and curse. Nice. Okay. Look at you. This is you right here. You're not obsessed. It's, what's happening is that people are obsessed with you. That's what's turning it all around here. It's like people are obsessed with you. That's what it is. People are obsessed with what's going on with you. That's where the obsession is. Yeah, people are obsessed with you. A Leo could have some significance with something. Yeah. Yeah, so somebody hung you out to dry. And Aries could be a significance too. Somebody could be a high priestess. Right? And somebody could have mastered what they do. But a seed has been planted. And Source is saying everything is fine. Everything is fine. Here we go. Yes, somebody coming in. But I don't think you're rushing. I don't think that you're rushing. So congratulations in advance. You learn how to save yourself. This person that's coming is very wealthy. Y'all have been already talking in the spiritual realm. Y'all been talking in the spiritual realm across the body of water already. They know that you're financially independent. They know that you said goodbye to a certain community. They know that you said goodbye to this. They already know. Y'all are twin flames. Y'all have traveled many lifetimes to meet each other. Y'all have traveled many lifetimes, whoever this energy is. And they're not coming in like a knight in shining armor. None of those things. They know that you have mastered what you're doing here. They watch you on whoever you are on social media. I guess whoever you are. Right? And the energy, see all the sacrifices that you've made, right? They see all the sacrifices that you made, right? They know the person who sacrificed you. They know the energy that sacrificed. They know them, right? And which is sad, So they already heard all the stuff about you. They already know the energy that sacrificed you. So when I say today is a gift, it's a gift. It really, really is a gift. So you've been talking to somebody in the spiritual realm already. So keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. Yeah. So root chakra cleanse. Yeah, you've gotten to the root of something. You have mastered, whoever you are, you've mastered. Somebody feel that's still in your identity. Yeah, so you're healing from the pain that they cause. Somebody really, this is what you call like, and I don't know if people are familiar with it, but you broke not only a generational curse, but if people understand really what a twin flame is, your twin flame would never be violent with you. They would never, they're there to help you spiritually grow, and you're there to help them spiritually to grow. They're not your opposition in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Not at all. Not at all. So take your time to decide. Yeah, really take your time to decide. Somebody may have been in situations where, at least 3 situations where it was just a mess. I mean, just a mess. And something for you, one of them in particular, where somebody did something so horrific behind your back, possibly to you and your child, that it just, or children, that it just made you just like, hey, completely switch sides, whether switch genders or switch races. I mean, and honestly, that's how it could happen for some people. Some people are just like, you know what? They're done. They are so done. So, but don't let somebody hit. It's time to release the burden. Yeah. So your ancestors are so proud of you. Yeah. Don't let somebody, because of their whatever, whoever was going on with them, cause you to switch like anything. You know, don't let somebody let you run away from your twin flame because of their whatever they got going on inside of them. Whatever they got going on inside of them. Somebody regrets lying to you about something. Make room for a new blessing. Yeah, somebody definitely wants you boxed in. It's literally, I don't know who this is, who this ex or whoever is. Somebody felt like something is their way or the highway. Y'all know what this reminds me of is somebody really went through hell with somebody. That's what this is. So you're leaving them behind. Somebody's not happy without you. So close out the cycle in love. You have the gift of precognition, foreknowledge of something. So much better lies ahead. And should you double back for them? And so the new one is extra special. Somebody literally could have had a family member that was a handler. I mean, for real. Like this. Yep. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? Somebody could have literally been a dark cloud over your life, your entire life, until you finally decided to, could have been doing stuff behind your back, been telling people stuff behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you stayed in a particular environment, somebody could have been telling people stuff behind your back. Like, you may not have picked up on something for a while. You may not have picked up on something for a while. So yeah, somebody apologizes for hurting you. Yeah. Yeah. Telling people that you're a fool. Like you're feeble-minded. Like something is really wrong with you. I mean, just when I say a level of cruelty, you're well within your right. I'm telling you to cut somebody off forever. For real. And I'm saying forever. So if you're getting married to somebody, they don't need to be there. They don't need to be there. So I see you making room for a new blessing. Basically somebody was saying that you needed to be saved from something. I don't know if somebody was drinking when they were pregnant or is somebody, because somebody had a drinking or drug problem when they impregnated somebody. Because basically that's what this reading is somebody could have been saying, somebody had a problem, whether it's the carrier or the person who planted the seed had a problem. Somebody saying somebody had a problem, right? That's what this is. And somebody needed saving from something. I mean, whatever it is, you actually mastered something. So I'm not going to get into any more than that. You actually mastered something. So kudos and congratulations to you. Because of the lies that I'm hearing, the lies that I'm seeing here in the cards that were told behind some people's backs, they literally had to physically move away from They had to move away from family members just to even, you know, like I said, get away from the area and just to ascend, just to get away from people, for people to actually see, okay, it wasn't them. So letting go. So everything indeed is out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. That's what I'm saying. Wow. Just wow. That's all I can say is just wow. Yep. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. All right. Bye.